Number one reason I don't upload more on YouTube and I'm not able to be as consistent as I'd like, I don't have the time. But guess what? I have some time now. I put up a poll on my Instagram stories and I got some recommendations for some types of videos to do. A lot of people wanted vlogs. My life is not that interesting. I don't know. A day in the life while on quarantine was another suggestion. Maybe someone will get a kick out of the shenanigans that go on, especially now during quarantine. But I did film a video on the eyeshadow palette that won on my Instagram stories that I put up a couple weeks ago. Ask me where the footage is. I don't know. Did I accidentally delete it? I think I may have, and I'm so mad at myself because it came out so good. Like, I was so on point that day and explaining my makeup. Like, normally I fumble my words and, you know, I get nervous. It's hard talking to yourself. I'm just gonna redo it. I also got a recommendation for a full skin prep and foundation routine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that since I'm sitting here barefaced. And then I'll use the eyeshadow palette that won on my Instagram stories. Let me pin this hair out of the way. So I already put on my serum, which is the Mandelic Acid by Face Reality. And I already put on my sunscreen. But another thing that I do to prep my face is I prep my under eye area. And this is the Earth to Skin Superfruits Banana Brightening Eye Cream. Now, I don't notice any like brightening effects in my under eye area. For that, I need concealer, full on concealer to brighten up my under eye area. No cream is gonna brighten up my under eye area like concealer. So, but the thing that I like about this is it moisturizes really nicely under here and it wears really well under my concealer. It's just my skin's a little more dry. I'm dry in my under eye area anyway. So this, I do notice it helps keep me nice and moist in my under eye area. My oldest daughter hates that word, moist. Mommy, I don't know why. Yes, my love.
I have the tangle.
Oh, you want to come say hi? Say hi.
Hi. I have cherries on my shirt. Mommy.
What?
Put this. She has shoes on.
I'm currently dressing a Barbie because we don't like naked Barbies walking around the house, huh?
No.
No naked Barbies showing.
We like to brush their hairs. And when they're messy, and we had to comb their hairs.
That's right. All right, there you go.
Mommy, I'm gonna use my Barbie brush.
All right, see you later. So after I do my eye cream, then I go in with my Tatcha Silk Canvas. I'm almost running low. I'm like literally scraping around the rim, but you don't need a lot. And this, I only put it where I need it. And then after that, I will spritz my face with like a moisturizing spray. I usually go in with the Mario Badescu, the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. But I recently was at Walmart and I saw this from e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. Plus Glowy Dewy Mist with coconut and argan oil. Let's see, what does it say? This coconut water-infused facial mist hydrates and refreshes makeup, leaving your skin with a dewy glow. Hydrating ingredients, hyaluronic acid and argan oil help plump and nourish the skin. I love me some hyaluronic acid.
Mommy.
So I'm gonna try this today. I'm gonna spray it before because, like I said, I tend to be on the drier side. So I like to really prep my skin before. The way you get a good foundation look is the prep. I cannot stress enough. It's the way you prep the skin. So the way I prep my skin may not work for you. If you have oily skin, you may need more mattifying primers. You would absolutely prep your skin differently. I'm gonna try this today. Let's see how it smells. I haven't used it yet, but I'm gonna shake it up. It looks kind of milky. Let me see, I'm gonna undo the top, that way you guys can see. Oh my God, this thing is hard to open. Anyway, it's like a milky consistency. I don't know if you can tell. I'm trying to like open the cap. This smells yummy. I like this. Let's see how my skin does with it. Going to conceal my under eye area and then my really, I mean, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, but these are like the real like noticeable ones, and we're going to get rid of those suckers right now. I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this one is in the shade 15 Light. Okay, so already my under eyes are brighter. I've got less redness on my skin. This concealer is $5, so I highly recommend it. I'm in the shade 15. I have another shade too. It's a little bit of a lighter shade. So this one is closer to my natural skin tone, so that's why I like to use this one first to conceal and kind of even out my skin tone. And then I got the vanilla shade, which is number 11, and then number 10, which is the fair shade. This one has a little bit of a pinky undertone. This one has a little more yellowy undertone. So it just depends what I'm canceling out. I'm gonna go in with number 11, and I'm just gonna put a little bit right here in the inner corner just to brighten up my under eye even more right here. My under eyes are a lot more brighter, and you don't need a lot of concealer. You don't need a lot of product. I cannot stress this enough. Less is more. Little at a time, and you just build as you go, but you don't need a lot of product. Now from here, sometimes I contour, cream contour before, sometimes I don't. I have a video up on this already, so I'm not really gonna explain or talk too much as I do it. I'm probably gonna speed it up. I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use today the Nude Sticks Bondi Bay stick. It just gives your skin some structure and form before you go in and do your foundation. I really like doing this before I do my foundation. Sometimes, like I said, I will do it after, but I don't know. I love the structure and the shape that it gives my face, and I feel like my bronzer and everything else that goes on top over this, it just holds and lasts a little longer. Like I don't have my bronzer disappearing towards the end of the day, or my contour disappearing at the end of the day when I do it this way. And also it just gives your skin, if you use like a bronzer, like then you go over it with your foundation, it just kind of gives your skin that toasty glow from within once you go in and lay your foundation over. And then if you decide you want to bronze some more, you can, which is what I like to do. But yeah, just wanted to give a little tip as to why I personally like to do this before. And it also helps to not use so much product. I definitely use a lot less foundation. All right, going in with foundation now. I'm gonna use a liquid foundation today. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. My favorite drugstore foundation of all time. Now, it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I love this one. I get so many compliments when I wear this foundation. Also, I have become a huge fan again of the Bare Minerals foundation. I'm not going to use that one today. Like I said, I'm going to go in with this one. I'm in the shade 430. I'm just going to put like one pump. That's literally all you need on my hand. And then I'm just going to grab my ring finger. This is probably too much, to be honest, and dot like that. then maybe one on my chin, around my lip. Like that full pump, I'm probably not going to use the rest of that, to be honest. And now we're just going to buff everything in. And this is my Scott Barnes number 68 brush. I love this brush. If you are going to invest in a set of brushes for yourself or a set of brushes for your professional kit, I highly recommend starting with this foundation brush. It will change your life. I love applying foundation, liquid foundation on myself, on my clients. I invested in one of these for my kit first and foremost, and I loved it so much that I decided to get one for myself for my personal use. So we're just gonna buff all this out. And I usually like to do like a stamping motion. Like I just change it up. Like I stamp and I buff. See, I didn't even use the rest of this foundation, so I probably got a little excited doing a full pump. I probably only needed like half a pump. So I'm just gonna wipe that away. Grab my Laura Mercier and I'm gonna set this. I'm gonna take a brush like this and press it in here. And then tap off a lot of excess. And then I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna press it into the skin. Like I'm gonna press. Like little patting, pressing motions. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and brush up my brows. Now remember, I got my eyebrows microbladed, so I really don't do much to them lately. For my eyeshadow base, I'm gonna go in with my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Rumor number 2. And I get a little bit, like literally, like that is even probably too much. And I'll just dot this on my lid. And then I'll take a little flat brush like this and just spread it and pat it out all over my lid. So now for the eyeshadow palette that won the other day on my Instagram story. It was this lilac one that won, so this is the one we're gonna use today. And this is the Colourpop Lilac You a Lot palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Ghostin'. With the shade Imagine That. I'm gonna actually dip it into these two, Imagine That and Zoned Out. These two right here, back and forth. So the brush that I first went in with to lay down that Ghostin' color, I always keep that brush with no additional product on it. I always keep it like right here handy, just in case I ever need to go back. Any eyeshadow look I'm creating, always the first shadow I lay down, I always keep that brush handy, like right next to me, just so I can go back to and kind of use it to blend out. But I don't get any additional product on it unless I feel like I need to. Sometimes I do, but usually this still has enough product on it just to help kind of blend out whatever other shadows I've laid down. So now I'm probably gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Iffy. Go in with this little bit of darker shade right here. This is called Filtered. lost a little bit of that Ghostin color. So I'm going to go back in with Ghostin because I really like this color. It's really beautiful. And I'm just going to bring it a little more out. Now I'm going to grab a flat brush. I'm going to use this brush right here. This is a MAC. Oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't know if it's 280 or 230. It is very old, that's for sure. And I'm going to pack on this color right here, Wake Me, right in like the center portion of my lid. All right, so moving on, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. And that's gonna be mostly at the very corner into the rest of my lid right there. And I'm just gonna wipe off this same brush that I used, just kind of clean it off and then dip it in there. And that is in the shade Cloud. Go in and smoke out our lower lash line, and I'm going to use this little guy right here. This is a Morphe E36, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing that I did to the top in this exact same order. So I'm going to start with Ghostin first. To go ahead and clean up my brow. I'm going to use my Colourpop Brow Boss Gel in the shade Dark Brown. I'm going to give my lashes a little curl. Pop on some mascara and then my magnetic lashes that I have been loving. And I'm going in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I'm gonna go in with this little liner. I'm not a top liner person, so I do it super, super, super thin. And my eyelashes still stick pretty good. They're the magnetic ones. You put it on, you let it dry, and then you go on and you put on the lashes. So while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my complexion. I'm going to go in with my favorite bronzer lately, the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronze, whatever the name is. And I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush like this and really just bronze up my skin. Then I'm going to go in with blush. I'm going to go in with this blush by Flower Beauty. It is Flower Pots Sweet Pea. And of course, I'm going to finish off with a highlighter. I think I'm going to use this shadow that's in here inside the palette as my highlight. I don't know. It might be a total fail, but I'm going to try it. Not too bad, it worked pretty good. Okay, so that eyeliner is probably dry on the top, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my little magnetic lashes, and these are just the enhancer ones. They're just like a 3/4 lash, like a half lash. You You guys, I just have to say, I am obsessed with magnetic lashes. I think everybody needs to give them a try. I have been loving them. I know they have the ones where it's like a top and a bottom and then your lashes in between. I tried those. I hated them. I could not figure them out for the life of me. So this is the eyeliner, and then the magnetic lash sticks to the eyeliner somehow. I don't know the science. I have not experienced any irritation to my eyes, and I have super, super sensitive eyes. Bueno pues, let's see. I don't really know what kind of a lip to do. I'm just gonna go with my go-to nudie lip lately, which is my KKW nude lip liner in number 1.5. Where is it? And then my KKW nude 1.5 lipstick. Alright you guys, that concludes this tutorial. I went ahead and changed up my lip a little bit. I don't know if it goes or not. Let me know in the comments down below. That's one thing I always struggle with. I'm like, I'm used to just throwing a nude or a red on. So when I do fun colors like this, I'm like, oh, like picking the right undertone of nude I think is key. But I went ahead and changed it up, and I added Soar lip pencil to outline my lips, and then I went in with this Live Glam Royalty shade. It's a liquid lipstick, but I think it looks okay. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I pray that you are staying safe. I pray that wherever you're watching, you are healthy and well. And I'm praying for everybody. If you have any questions about any of the products I used, I'll leave my Instagram handle down below. Come over and follow me, and we can DM and chat about some makeup. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.